Hello. Thank you to Crafting Together with All Brands for having me take part in the YouTube Hop. I'm really enjoying doing these monthly videos. It's really good fun. Today I'm going to use this stamp because I've been itching to get my hands on this stamp, and I finally got my hands on it. So this is the one I'm going to use. And the theme is red, white and gold. So I'm going to be working within that colour palette. So let's see where we go. As usual, I mean, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something that could be a journal page or a card front, if you like. So we'll see where this goes. We pop that to one side, and I'm gonna get some cardstock to work with. As you know, I love working on Pink Frog cardstock. That's my favourite. And Mr. Pink Frog sent me, or something known as Andrew, Mr. Pink Frog sent me some of his textured cardstock to try. So I'm going to do this on some, this is a leather effect, and it's really rather nice. I like it, and I've done a few things with it, a few secret things that I can't show you, and it works really nicely. It works just as well as the Super Smooth in terms of taking all of the mediums you want to throw at it. So I'm just going to cut this to the size that I like to work with. So I'm cutting it to 5 by 7. So that's roughly 7. And because I just like that size, it works for me. So we've got that there, and then I'm going to stamp some of my elements in. And even though what will happen is we'll be putting lots of mediums on, I'll have my placement for my image, and I'll also, I'll have my placement for my image, but I'll also have some of the smaller details. So if I need to restamp and stick it on top, it'll be fine. I mean, it might not need restamping. We might be able to mask it off quite nicely. Right, I quite like that there. Right, let me grab my, see, I've tidied up, and it's fatal, isn't it? You tidy up and you can't find anything. Right, here we go. So I'm going to use a stamping platform. Get my drink out of the way in a minute. And let's stick that there and that there. So this stamp is fresh out of the packet, but I do find with art inspiration stamps, I find that they do allow me to stamp fresh out of the packet. You know, some stamps like to be primed a bit, don't they? But these ones tend to be very good. Now I'm having a little think about this, just thinking about my composition a little bit. Okay, right, so I'm going to stamp this house first, And then we'll add a bit more. You should see my camera setup. You absolutely would not believe it. I have got about half a roll of washi tape. Half a roll of washi tape holding my camera in place. So, but fortunately I have got I'm getting a new camera holder for creating content, because there was a really good deal over the Black Friday events, so I definitely had to take advantage of it, and I did. Right, let's stamp that. And I'm using this is VersaFine Claire in I think it's Nocturne. Sorry, I've got a sticky over that, and actually we'll be using that. There we go. Just give it an even push around, because I don't have a lot of oomphy push to me. A little bit more. I feel like I'm really pushing, but I know I'm not. I sometimes put a brayer over when I'm using a stamp platform, and that's a good tip if you don't have a lot of oomph like me. Using a brayer can really help to, you know, give you a bit more pressure. Right, I'm going to take that there, and I'm just going to stamp that again to create, I'm going to create a mask and make my life a little bit easier and give me less to do. So even though I'll be cutting out my mask, I won't need to cut out another piece to pop on there. Go, let's stamp that. And it doesn't have to be a perfect, I haven't gone for a perfect stamp because I just need the shape. And don't worry about cutting fine detail out, because you don't need to. That's going to be fine, and you'll have that in the background from your original stamping anyway. There we go. Let's get this done. Try not to chop the chimney off. These are not the ideal scissors for me, but we'll work with what's to hand. There and there. I can't believe we're in December. It's crackers, isn't it? Well, it will be crackers soon. Goodness me. Right, that will do. So I've given myself a little mask. Oh, I forgot the chimney. Whoops. I think we'll be alright. So, we might not be alright. Why didn't I cut the chimney out? What a silly Billy. There it is. I probably didn't even see it. And now I've dropped it. This chimney is absolutely fated not to be masked off. I got it. There we go. Let's put that there. And I'm going to take this little circle I've got on here off as well, because I think that's going to work quite nicely. I need to do the trees first, and then I'll do the little circle, because the moon can be coming through the trees. So let's put that one back and get this. There's so many little elements on these stamps. There's laundry to put on a laundry line, which is rather fabulous. Right, so I want some of these trees in the background of the house. So I don't want that to happen. Let's put that back. Just lining it up. There we go. So let's get some of these trees in the background of the house. I don't really need to worry about sorry about my squeaky. I need to put a bit of oil on it, don't I? It's very squeaky. Right, there we go. Oh, I like that. And then these will probably be quite cool, stamped in green. Now I can put this one up quite high, because you're not going to see the base. I'm sorry about the squeaks. It feels like you've gone to feels like we're expecting a thing or something to pop out of there. But yes, these would be really nice done in green. And let's do another one there. The noise will be over soon, I promise. It's not, there's not too much stamping left to do. And so it's creating a really nice scene, and I really love. I absolutely love this. The houses that Brijan's art does. They just are so lovely. And we're gonna do. Yeah, let's do that one there. Like that, because then we've got a nice odd number of them. There we go. There. So I've done my background trees, which is really nice. I like that. And then I'm going to use this tree because I absolutely adore this tree. And there's another set. There's another set that Brijan's art does for art inspirations that's got the similar tree to this in again, and I just love it. I love it so much. I don't know why. I don't know what the reasoning is for my brain to just find it just so attractive, but I do. And there is no rhythm or rhyme to it. It's just a thing. I just love this tree. I'm just looking at some of the other little elements to see if I want to use any of them. Yeah, I probably will. Right, so let's do this tree. So I'm hoping that despite having to fight with the camera to get it to to stay in position, I am hoping that I've got the right, I don't know what they call it with the vertical and the horizontal. I'm hoping that I've got the right, you know, got my camera the right way round. And that apart from all the minor faff, that this is all going to be okay. Right. That's looking good. So that's there like that. Oh, I love it. I love that tree. Don't know if I've mentioned it, but I do. Okay, I think there is a little, like a little bird house that I'm quite tempted to put on the tree, but I'm going to wait for a bit and start creating the background and things first. So there we go. So I've got my main images, and I've got a mask on my house, which is going to be quite helpful actually, and I'm going to pop some moon, a moon in the sky, which is just a circle of post-it note. Or do I want a bigger moon? Questions. A bigger moon would be quite nice, perhaps. Yes, let's do a bigger moon. Okay, so to do that quickly, I've got a post-it note, and I'm going to just find something to draw around. That fit on there just about, yes. So let's get a little pen, pencil or whatever, and let's draw. It's not a very good circle, is it? But it will do the job, I think. Oh, that's a terrible circle. Very wonky. But we'll be able to hide the wonky bit. So I'm just cutting this out. Taking my time. Right, now where's the sticky bit? So I think that might be quite nice to have the moon about there. I think that's my thoughts. So I've got my little masks in place, and next I'm going to add some colour. Now the theme is obviously red. Oops, I'm also going to knock a few things over by the look of it. The theme is red, white and gold, so I want to make sure I get some red in this. So I thought that the moon is quite often, you know, it can light up the sky, can't it? So let's put some, I'm going to go for some Lindy's on this. And this one is, this is Clownfish Coral. So we're not quite in the red zone yet, but we are getting there. Let's just, I love Lindy's, I've got to say. Look at all these colours coming out of it. So beautifully blended. And then this is Starfish Foot Fuchsia. So it's close to red. You really don't need much. And I'm also going to use some Jellyfish Sting Pink because it's an amazing colour. So we're kind of in the red zone ish, loosely. There we go. So I'm going to activate these with some more. I always put a little bit of water to start because it gives the powders something to stick to. Oh, that's looking very red. I need a little bit more there, don't I? But I'll be able to move some of these powders. Ooh, love it. Now, that's very bright. I don't know if you've noticed. So I'm just gonna put this on there. That's gonna just knock it back a little bit. And you know, you can keep, look at this, it's gorgeous. You can keep this for other projects. But that is looking really good. I do want a little bit more colour there, however. And I think this is kind of, this is red, isn't it? I am fulfilling the red brief, hopefully. There we go. Let's, yeah, that's better. And again, I'm just gonna, so now because I'm patting it, I am taking away some of the gorgeous mica, because these powders, unless they're flats, they are loaded with mica. So this is why this will be worth keeping, and I'll be able to do lovely things with it, like tear off strips and sew it and make ruffles and all sorts of things, so it won't go to waste. Okay, now I need to just dry this off. Yeah, there's still quite a bit of mica in this, thank goodness, because I do like the sparkly mica. And you can also see some of the texture underneath from the leather card, so it's nice. We've got all kinds of niceness going on here. So there we go, that's come off now because it's quite soaked with liquid. But it's coming together really nicely. I really love the overall effect. There we go. Just get in the back. So I think that's about dry, and there is still lots of mica on this, so that's a double bonus. Oh look, can you see that? It's so pretty. Right, so I'm going with that as being my kind of red, and then I'm going to add to this. So I'm going to use gold for my moon, and I think I might do Lindy's on that as well, actually, because there's a really nice gold colour in there. I'm just going to grab my little box without dismantling. Yay! Now, where is that nice? Yes, I think it's called Poutine Gold. It's really nice. And I know I've got some. Oh, there's Goth Goggles Gold. That's quite nice as well, actually. Yeah, we'll use some Goth Goggles. So I found the Poutine Gold as well. There we go. So let me put these down somewhere. So I'm going to use these two to paint my moon. So that's going to be my gold. Yeah. Oh, this looks quite nice. Let's get some out. I should put this in I would ordinarily put this in a palette, but I'm scared of I'm very scared of messing up this camera setup, so I'm not going to. So I've got a little bit of Goth Goggles Gold, and this is Poutine Gold. Yes, it is. And I'm going to use these to do my moon. So let's start with the lighter one, which is the Poutine Gold. And I'm just really loose with this. I'm not getting too precious about it. Oh, this is cool. So we've done the red and doing the gold, and there is white already in there, but I'm going to add some other colours for sure. I see. Right, okay. And there we go. A little bit more poutine there. And then I'm gonna get this Goth Goggles going on. And I'm going to sort of splat this into the moon, so it gives that sort of moony surface thing going on. Does that make sense? I hope so. Give it a little splodge. Yeah, I think that's looking very moon-like. So I'm going to just dry that off. I just love how this looks, and this textured card works really well with it. It really does. Right, I'm going to use my bit of splodging tissue I'm going to have to keep trying to remember to use this one for picking up Lindy's, and I can keep it and it'll be a really useful thing to have. Right, so I've done that. The next thing I want to do is I want to kind of add to some of the pen work before I finish watercolouring this. So I'm going to get a pen, or if you're a little bit nervous, start doing it in pencil. You don't have to go straight into pen. There we go. So I'm using, this is a 0.3 and it's a Faber-Castell Pitt Artist fine liner in black. So I vary between the pens that I use. Now, because these details are so sketchy, it does make them easier to add to. And I want to come across that little bit there a bit more. So just keeping it really loose. Really loose and nothing, there's nothing that's looking good. I'm happy with that. Now I want to add some more colour to this before I finish it off. So we've done the Lindy's to create the sky, and that's my red and my gold. Now let's get gonna use, these are very well used, these are Graphitint paint, Graphitint watercolors. So they've all got a little hint of graphite in them, and it gives a really nice sort of muted colour effect. So I'm going to take some of this green and I'm putting it on my glass mat beside where I'm painting. I can't see if you can actually see that, because I don't think you can, because I've got so much washi tape on my phone. But I don't take it directly to the page. I always put it in the paint pan, or if I don't put it in the paint pan, I put it on my glass mat. I never take it straight to the page, because I don't want it to be too heavy. I want to have some control over the colour. There we go. There's a little bit of Lindy's there, but I'm hoping I can just rub it into the... Well, I have to say, this leather effect cardstock works really well. With Lindy's and watercolour medium so far. A little bit more water into that. I'm keeping it loose because I want to create the idea of texture in what's in front of me. And I'll tell you what I'm also going to do, and this is just one of my favourite things to do. We need to just dry this, dry that watercolour on. And we'll probably do this in a few areas, but I'm just going to go for, I don't know if that's going to work, but this is a special brush, and I'm trying to think what it's called. It has got a name, not Fred or anything like that, but I'll show you it now. You'll see the tips of it. It's got serrated tips. You could do this with one of your own flat brushes quite easily, but what it does do is it creates brilliant glass texture. So I'm just adding that texture now. Oops, got a bit carried away there. Let's go back and put that right. It happens. I get carried away frequently. There we go. So that creates a really nice texture, doesn't it? I really like it. Let's get some more of that green. It's just a slightly darker green than the base colour was. There we go. And I'm just gonna add some little bits on the roof, because if you remember the original stamping bit, the roof has got quite a lot of little bits that stick out, kind of look a bit mossy, I thought. Right, like that. Now, is there any more of this tinty kind of colour that I want to use? I think we could possibly I could possibly go full on, use red again, rather than the pinky red. I'm going to use this red to paint the woodwork. Oh yes, that needs a bit of green there as well. Just painting the woodwork of this little cottage. I think it's definitely a cottage, isn't it? Brechan's houses are just amazing. And there's something hanging out the window there, so I don't want to lose that detail. Oh yeah, that works really well. Let's have a little bit more. Not that much though, perhaps. And that's the tree, so we want to oh, I really like how this is coming together actually. And then I'm going to get some more of the greeny colours. Let's go for the more gentle green first. And on there as well. And I think that's good like that. Gonna get my lovely little, I don't know what, I can't remember what it's called. I wish I could. Maybe serrated brush, maybe? I don't know. I'm just adding some little extra bits here and there. Yeah, that's looking good. And I'm going to get a slightly finer brush. Go there. Anywhere else that needs a slightly finer touch. There we go. That's very cute. And then I want some grey. These are really quite muted colour tones, but I think with this background, I think that works. Just watering that down a little bit because I thought that was a little bit too heavy really. There, and I'm going to use the grey around the windows as well. And the door frame. You could use so many different colours on this and change the feel of it entirely. Alright, and a little bit more. Let's just go around there, down there. There, so that's really coming together now. I'm going to also take this grey and I'm just adding a little bit of shadow to my moon. Just a little touch with that grey. You see how that sort of pops it a little bit more. I really like that. And then, oh, now I need to think about, I need a little bit more on that chimney further down, because it's there as well. There we go. And got the windows. There's these little hangy bits and the little birdhouse there. I'll have a think about that while I just putting green in that tree. There we go. And I'm going to put a bit of green. I'm going to use my little brush again, and I'm taking the different green, and I'm not being too worried about how this is turning out. I'm just adding it. It's just, you know, it's a hint of a tree, if that makes sense, because we've got those lovely bits stamped in there. I'm just adding some little hints to it. There we go. That works quite nicely. So that's really starting to come together now. And we've got the red and we've got the gold and there's little white elements as well. But I'm still not quite finished with it. Let's do this bucket, and it's got a little cloth hanging out of it, which is really cute. And I'm just taking that dark green up this. There we go. Just adding that. And then I'm going to add the grey as a bit of a shadow with the bucket as well. There. Now, I would quite like to pop that little cloth out a little bit and kind of make it tie it into the picture. So I'm going to take a little bit of the poutine gold and give it a little gold stripe. There, because I just think that works quite nicely. And oh, do you know, I might use that gold on these bits of bunting too. Yeah, and it just, you know, it sort of ties the colours in nicely. Are there any other bits I want to add to this right now? I'm really liking how it's looking. I don't think it needs anything else going on, to be quite honest. I think it's really nice. I was thinking of putting some baubles on the tree, but I'm not sure if I want to do that, because I think it looks like a really nice image like that. So I think I'm going to leave it like that, because I do really like that image. I think it works really well. I like the little white birdhouse there, and we've got red in the sky, we've got red on the house, we've got gold in the moon and gold on that little cloth. So I think I've covered all of the bases. So thank you very much for watching. Please like or comment if you have a mind to, because that really helps me. Or subscribe even, that helps me even more, so that I can create more content and get it out there and share and get seen. So thank you very much to Crafting Together with Allbrands for having me back, and I'm hoping to come back again next month and share with you. And yeah, things will be even better then, because my phone won't be washi taped up, and yeah, a bit more professional every time. Thank you again. Bye bye. Bye bye.